everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. We have made it into West Virginia. Mason County, I do believe. We have a load of grass taking it over to our new area that we have some sheep that we need to finish feeding. And man, this fog is crazy. Let's turn on those hazards just to be on the safe side, make ourselves a little bit more visible. This is some thick fog. And I don't believe I have anything activated that allows me to change the weather. So, to my knowledge, and I don't think this has its own weather on this map, if I'm not mistaken. Unfortunately, I don't have the file pulled up, so, oops. So I can't tell you for certain if that's the case, to be honest with you guys. But yeah, we are actually pretty close to home already. Not that far into the county. I believe that is our sheep pen fencing. Right there off to the right that you can barely see through the fog now. Oh, there it is. Yeah, and there's our homestead. Alright. So I have already tried to do this this video once before on this map. Something happened to where the recording, I think the recording didn't work right or something. I don't remember exactly the situation behind it. It's been a while. But we have a couple DLCs that have popped up since then. And that's where this trailer came from. The Prairie DLC, whatever that one is called. All right, let's, I believe it's completely full now. Yeah, looks like food is completely full. Sweet. So not only do they have their meadow out here, they are able to go in there and get their own feed as well, which is awesome. And I haven't really gotten into sheep too much. I know on my last video over in Alma, Missouri, we have expanded the sheep pen quite a bit. We did harvest this field over here. It was corn. And we've already gone through and cultivated it. Though we are going to have to invest in a chisel plow of some, or a plow of some sort. And a spreader so we can get some lime on it. In the meantime, let's get this rig parked up. This trailer actually does not come with the map when you first start out. But I saw that this was part of one of the DLCs. As you guys know, when I start these particular videos up, I tend to do it only with the DLCs, the mod that allows us to see what we actually have in our garage with the owned items, and the Power Tools mod, which gives us the ability for flight, for strength, things like that, just as a friendly reminder. So aside from the Trout River trailer, which like I said, I'll have to come over here. The Plains and Prairies pack is what that's a part of. So as you see here, this is all I have working for me right now. The MacDun pack, the Mercedes-Benz trucks pack, Nexat pack, Plains and Prairies pack, which gives you all this equipment. So, ooh, we have an air boom applicator we could buy. Nice. Even have a Rogator. Okay. And International. But anyway, that's beside the point. So we do start off with the International Series 200. John Deere 6R. Looks like 234 horsepower. The Mack Truck Superliner that you guys saw. We also do have a 7R. That's about 388 horse, as you see there on the screen. Maybe, depending on if you're watching on a computer, TV, or, well, your phone. You might be able to see that. We do have the front loader attachments to go with the front loader, which I believe is for the 6R? For this guy? I don't remember what I have that on, to be honest with you. We did get the J&M extended reach 1112 auger wagon, and we do get the Load King distinction triple hopper. Again, I bought this separately because this actually handles a heck of a lot more than what the Load King does. And that's, well, if you consider DLC base game, I consider those base game because they're provided by Giant specifically. So, technically, according to my philosophy, they're base game. We do have just a cultivator, the Lemkin, Coralin. Again, most of the stuff I might be swapping out. Horsch Maestro, which is about almost 7-meter width. Seed tank to go with that. We do have the Cedar, the Great Plains solid stand Cedar that seems to be pretty prevalent when it comes to new farmer mode for almost any map. Case IH header, the header trailer 4-set header, and the Axle Flow 7150. I'm surprised we don't have a green header. And of course, we have a random weight for one of our tractors. Probably the one that requires the weights or the front load. Yeah, that thing. That. Why are you disconnected? How were you connected at that particular point? What? It was acting like it was connected to the 3-point. That's a new one. I've never seen that. But this is a nice place to keep this tractor. That's a loud tractor, so we'll shut it down. Anyway, let's take a look at the map here. So as you see here, we just have the sheep barn. There's nothing else that we have as far as animals go. And we did get it completely filled with grass, so their food is looking good. Meadow, it looks like they're getting low on that. Granted, it is September, so that's to be expected. They're at 100% peak productivity, which is awesome. They're definitely getting us with wool, so that way we can turn around and sell that. Though I may end up buying something to where we can actually do something with that wool before we sell it. Anyway. So the farmland, that's what we get. Field 1, Field 2, a house over here, and then all of our equipment. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do this. We may just be buying up a bunch of other land, but this is the map. And we do have a nice big river going through it. And up here isn't part of the map, it's just background type of deal. But if you buy Field 34, you do get the entire east side of the map, right side of the map on the other side of the river, which that's perfect if you're into doing any kind of lumber, as we'll see here shortly. Same with if you happen to buy Field 48. You get the lumber mill. I'm sorry, that's petrol tank. Where's the lumber mill? Huh, I thought, maybe you have to actually buy it, but I thought there was a lumber mill up here somewhere. Maybe it's where that fuel station is. There's a lumber mill. I could be wrong though. But yeah, let's go take flight. Let's get that activated. I'm not prepared for this at all today. Whee! So we got our land here. So this is our Field 1, and we do have a small area for the sheep, kind of wrapped around it. This is Field 2, which currently has soybeans growing. So looks like that's going to need limed and plowed as well. So we may end up just doing a cover crop to get us through the winter, and then come springtime, when we get more cotton, or wool rather, we'll do something about that and sell it and hopefully get quite a bit of money for it. So these are just basically how big the fields are, which is awesome. I'm not sure why we're hearing water over here, because there really isn't any kind of water over here. I mean, there's a pond down here somewhere. There it is. But that's just all fog. But you don't really get the river until you get all the way over here. So this is a big, wide river. The only field on the right side of the map is this one, which currently has sunflowers growing. And apparently a bunch of weeds, according to my little field info displayer. There is, of course, a way to get across. But as far as lumberjack goes, you have some open space over here so you can build your facility. And you got all these trees. Ooh, excuse me, all these trees that you can harvest. So, and you do have a road that kind of winds its way along the riverbank. You got a couple of varieties of trees. And it goes pretty deep. There's the edge of the map. You got another little road that winds its way down through there as well. So you can buy this entire side of the map for, how much is that? Only a measly $188,000, $189,000. So that's really not a bad deal if you're really wanting to get into that. Let's check out the other area for woodworking, forestry, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, there's definitely plenty of trees on this map, plenty of areas for just doing your crops. Looks like that's a co-op area there, probably a sell point. And then you got all of this over here. Now, my understanding, if I remember correctly, there's supposed to be an area for basically the lumberjack mill. I don't know if that's not really a place for that. That's just kind of storage. So, I mean, you could make it one. Put a lumberjack, carpentry, whatever you want to call it, spot either there or possibly over here somewhere. There's another open space for that. So you can definitely make it happen by, you know, part of this, and that road just ends. A big part of this game is, you know, being creative with your own mind. So you don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. If you want to, you know, just rip out all these trees and make it all arable, tillable land, go for it. Or if you want to kind of set it up, or because some of these areas, to me, kind of make it feel like a golf course. So I mean, you could always do that too. So I think it'd be funny as hell to watch someone take a map like this and just make it into one gigantic golf course. And you know, 30 holes of golf. That'd be a long game of golf. I've never played it myself, but yeah. Yeah, it's definitely rolling hills type of map. You can see just all that's not water, that's fog in through there. And we're down here on the south part, so we actually drove into the fog there, and it got really dense about right here to the point where you almost can't see. And then our farm right there. So the shop is all the way up here to the north, but this is your main road, main north-south road. So you got your shop over here, but when you purchase things, they show up across the road in this padded area. So there is that, just so you guys are aware. Looks like just several sell points around. This is a nice size map. Let's drop down here a little closer to ground level. Kind of get an idea. And here's the silo complex that we saw from above. So That's definitely a nice silo complex. I kind of wish that someone would make a mod. I think I've said this before. I wish someone would make a mod to where we can build and create our own silo complex. You know, get the flat bottom bins, and then, you know, get the connection points so we can connect it to a grain leg like that. You know, just kind of make it and be creative. I have not been able to find it. Granted, I haven't looked too hard for it, but I just think that would be a nice, cool addition to see. And to be honest, I'm not a modder myself, so I wouldn't be able to know what to do and to make that happen. And you got some nice homes here and there. There's a spinnery there, so maybe we buy that so that way we can bring our wool over here to take care of and then sell it. There's a carpentry building there. So about central. Some broken trees and things like that. I tend to play to where you get the visualization of the storm damage and things like that, but it doesn't actually affect your crop. That's just the way I like playing, so take it for what it is. Yeah, this is West Virginia. Pretty simple map. I love that we got him here instead of the usual older guy. Just a nice change of pace to have at your home farm. But that's just me. So yeah, we're just gonna probably end up planting, you know, like a cover crop in here. Then maybe by then we'll be able to come over here and harvest this. But if I'm not mistaken, we need a grain head for our harvester, because the corn head won't be able to harvest the soybeans. As I'm listening to the train outside. And yeah, we do have... Is this going to show me? It should show me. Interesting that it doesn't show me there, though. Because it's technically in my storage. But why isn't it registering? Oh, interesting. So, okay, those are available. We don't own any production chains, but biogas plant is available, canning factory, carpentry, sawmill, spinnery, and tailor shop. So yeah, we're gonna have to take our cotton over to the spinnery. We'll have to, I think we'll end up buying both that and the tailor shop. But I think we'll do that because if we just take it to the spinnery, the cost, well, no, that's the cost. So we got fabric and then clothes. What does it look like when it comes to the cost? Ooh. So looks like right now, and it's in the low end, $20,000 for clothes. Looks like highest is $32,895. Yeah, I think our best bet is going to be to make clothing with our wool. So that's going to be the plan. Eventually, we're going to have to probably get a flatbed, even if it's a small one for the pickup truck, like a fifth wheel type of flatbed or pull behind trailer. So that way, when we get enough of these, we can actually load them up. And because we already have 2 pallets there, we have a third there, and they're starting on a 4th. So we should eventually be able to get them all picked up and loaded up and taken. Maybe we just load them in the back of the pickup truck, but that's an old pickup truck. I don't know if it'll be able to handle the weight. Man, the harvester is nasty, dirty. Same with the cultivator. We need to get a pressure washer in here. Everything's dirty. Eventually, our planter is going to be dirty as hell from, well, planting. That's what happens with equipment. So, in the meantime, I'm going to call the video there. So as always, guys, if you happen to like what you see or catch yourself watching more than one of my videos, please do us both a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. That bell will let you be notified of every single video I post, and not just select few here and there. If you made it this far in the video, I want to say thank you, and I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you, and I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Same to you, dude. So with all that being said, guys, we will catch you in the next episode. Take care. Peace.